infertility and mental health. So as we know, we all go through different, mental health conditions for various reasons, whether it be mild or some of us go into a chronic depressive state where we have to be medicated. Yeah, but as it relates to infertility and pregnancy, it can be really hard on our mental health. And I realize a lot of people don't really understand, or maybe don't want to understand, how being infertile may affect your mental health. So they'll say things to you like, oh, it's not the end of the world, just adopt. Look how many children there are without parents, just adopt. Or just go and do IVF. As if people have these tons and tons of money sitting around on to do IVF, that highly likely it won't be successful the first attempt, or probably the first few attempts. There are persons who did it once and it worked beautifully for them. There are others who have spent over £30,000 and more and counting, you understand? Lots of money goes into this, and each time you do it and if it doesn't work, what happens? Your mental health dwindles and your financial health dwindles. For some people, they end up losing their relationships because it is so emotionally distressful. You understand? Like for me, I remember at one point it was difficult for me to see babies. It was so difficult for me to just see babies or hear babies, because what? It's a constant reminder that my body cannot do what it should naturally do as a woman. So things like these affect us. So guys, let us try to be more sensitive towards women who don't have children and want children, so they are childless, but not by choice, right? It's very different if you just choose not to have. That's fine. It's your body, your uterus. You do what you want with your body. Even if you're married, no one can tell you what to do with your body, because you're the one who will have to be housing this baby. You understand? Whatever emotions you're going through, whatever emotions you're feeling, the baby will feel it also. That's why they tell us it doesn't matter what's happening in your surrounding, you should try your best to be your healthiest, happiest self for your baby. Of course, we're not robots, so things will happen. Yeah, that's why they say the optimum word. Just try to be your best self for your baby, especially as you're housing the baby. Because all the emotions that you're feeling, yeah, we don't know for sure, but that's what they say, that the baby feels it also. You don't want the baby to come out being sad and grumpy and always unhappy or being distressed. You understand? So yes guys, so remember that we should take care of our mental health. And if we have family members or friends who are having a difficult time getting pregnant, sometimes just give a listening ear. You may not know what to say, so you feel like you need to say something by saying, oh, just go and adopt. No, it's the worst thing you could ever say to someone who wants to have their own child. So sometimes just a listening ear is good enough, right? Alright guys, I'm saying this to say, be kind to your mind. Remember, be kind to your mind, as infertility plays a great role on our mental health.